Nat, thanks very much for joining us. Our 4th day out here in Spain. How have you been finding it so far?
No, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been great. It's been tough, really tough, but that's expected. I think for any club in pre-season, it's always going to be tough. With the heat, especially, it's a real grind. But look, the mentality that I've found in the group is more the state that we're going to come back in when we return to England in a great shape. To hopefully set the standards for as we want to carry on the season.
Back-to-back football sessions today, out in the scorching heat, led very well by Paul Warne and Richie Barker. They're not letting up, but they lead by example, and they're out there doing the running with you.
Yeah, always like you know, I've been with the gaffer, I think my third season now. So I know what Richie and the gaffer are like. So yeah, they'll be there with us running in the mornings. I know they like to run every morning anyway. Swimming, they'll get involved in swimming as well. So yeah, like it's good. It's good for us to see as well, because we know, if they're involved and they're with us, the members of staff are running with us as well, not just Richie and the gaffer. So it's just, trying to build that culture that we were just speaking about, like for everybody to kind of get involved and get on board.
And it's building up fitness levels, one, but all of these things have been competitive, which I think is great. And again, that seems to come from the staff, whether it be the swimming or some of the games that you were playing today. There's always an element of competition. I think that's building something you'll be able to use in the season.
Yeah, look, competition is the main thing. Healthy competition for places. Just having that competitiveness. It's good nature to have, and I think when we do the games or when we do the swimming races, like nobody wants to lose.
No.
But so it kind of pushes your teammate on to go and do more and kick on, and that's what we want to do this season.
You mentioned it's your third season with the gaffer now, someone that you know very well. I imagine a big reason for coming to the club. And I think it's been a really nice summer so far in getting to know him, but his standards are there, and that's something that you'll know about. One thing I'd love to touch on that, just because we've just come out of the room, is some of the speeches that the players have been given this week. You were one of the first through the door, you were one of the first to give a speech as well. And I love we've got this environment where players are able to be vulnerable, to be themselves. I think that's going to help form a really strong bond this year. Yeah,
it's special. It is special. And, some are emotional. There's a lot of positive as well, but you just getting to know your teammates on a more deeper level that you probably wouldn't generally ask questions about. Just so finding out the different things that have maybe happened previously in their lives and anything that's going on now, plans for the future. It's something that I found very uncomfortable when I first done it with the gaffer, because I've never done it before. And it's usually like a sing-song initiation or something like that. And I remember doing mine, and it kind of got emotional for people. And I'm not really someone that shows that side of me. So it kind of helped me in that way as well. And I think from speaking to a few of the lads now, a few of them have said, they've never done the speeches. It's just always been songs, and they really enjoy it. Like, getting to know each other on another level, and the bravery that the boys show in there, it's character building. It brings us closer together. Obviously, we'd never mention no names or anyone's story outside of them four walls, but I went and give one of the lads a hug after. It was a really touching story.
And you're exactly right, we won't get into it, but you mentioned in your speech some of your struggles when you were younger, how that's made you the player and the person that you are today. And I think being able to step back and reflect on that journey, that can only make you stronger as individuals, can't it?
Yeah, like for me personally, yeah, like I can only speak for myself on that, but I've been through like many situations in my career, in my life, that the gaffer asked me a question after I spoke, and he asked if I if I could speak to my 20-year-old self, what would I change? And it's just things like that to look back and reflect on. I told him, I feel like there's a lot of things that I could do differently, but change, it kind of made me the person that I am, like going through anything what I've been through and being able to come out the other side, you know, like stronger and still be here. It's something that I'm really proud of, and you know, like I would try and help anybody who's ever been in that kind of situation.
I think it would have been very easy for you, Nat, with the career you've had already, to have come in and maybe played up to your reputation, or you know, you came in as a statement signing in the summer. But one thing that I really loved in your speech was when you talked about the promotion that you had at Derby, how much it meant to you to have your family there, how that kind of eclipsed being in the Premier League and everything else that had come before, and that's surely a big motivator for you to be here now. I'm sure you had plenty of offers in the summer and had a few, you know, different choices to weigh up. But I thought that your motivation was really clear after that speech, and we all knew a little bit more about you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like my family are, you know, they're everything to me, and like I said when I spoke in there, promotions are great. Like regardless of whatever level, you know, like Premier League was great as well. Like some of my greatest achievements to this day. But like I said, that I see that we've got quite a few dads in here, and you know, like the promotion to the Premier League, of course everyone thinks that's like the biggest one, but for me it was great for the day or two or whatever. And the Derby promotion, like to have my children there and like see their dad achieve something, and you know, the smile that I've seen and the happiness that we felt as a family, it was something that couldn't be replicated from just being able to say, look, I got promoted to the Premier League, you know. And like still to this day, my son, he still talks about that moment, all the fans running on the pitch and him getting a bit lost in there at one point. But yeah, no, it's just special moments, and you know, I just wanted these lads to kind of understand, for those who maybe haven't had a promotion with their children or missus or whoever it may be being there. It's just like a real special moment, and you know, I hope to be able to help bring them moments to Milton Keynes and to these boys.
Another special thing for you, I'm sure, in recent years has been international football. You've been playing for Guatemala for the last couple of years now. A huge honour to represent your country, I'm sure. What have you taken from that?
It's different, you know. It's a great experience playing international football. You know, it's something I'm very proud of, and you know, in honour of my grandmother who was born there, and then my mother being born there. You know, it's to see the joy on my mum's face when she sees me representing the country. It's unbelievable, and I've had you know, quite positive times with Guatemala, and you know, they just recently got to the semi-finals of the Gold Cup, and you know, like the country is so proud of what they've done. We have World Cup qualifiers coming up in September, October and November, so that's massive. With the country never having been to a World Cup, it's a great opportunity for us to kind of make history. But yeah, again, something I'm very proud of, and you know, I hope to be able to make it to a World Cup.
Which is fantastic, and we've got a lot of new Guatemalan Dons fans now on our socials, which is brilliant. Just to bring things back to football a little bit, I think the standard in training this week has just been unbelievable, and in part it's some of the senior players who've been here before, whether that be Joe Tomlinson, whether that be Alex Gilbey. I think for yourself, for Aaron Collins, for whoever it might be that's come into this squad, nobody's letting up. That's evident from the manager as well. And surely you must be looking at this and thinking we can have a really good season here. Yeah,
I think I've seen that from the moment I walked through the doors and I had my first training session. The quality, we have the quality there, and instantly there was people driving training, and that's what the gaffer told me. Like, he wants me to come in and be able to bring my experience and help the squad in doing that. And you know, being here, the lads starting to gel a lot more. New boys coming in, and you know, everyone just having that togetherness. It has to also, I know outside of football it's important, but we have to show it on the field as well. And I think, like, you know, like, it's never personal on the pitch. If I need to drive someone to do more, or someone needs to drive me to do more, like, it's what we're going to do. And you know, it's, for me, I like to see that on the field. I'm someone who likes to quite speak a lot, and it might not always come across the right way. But it's, as soon as we cross that white line, it's never nothing personal. You know, like, we're a team, like, we're brothers, and yeah, it's nice to see people driving standards in training.
And just to finish things off, Nat, we spoke earlier about what you'd say to your 20-year-old self, and to an extent, you're sort of getting that opportunity, whether that be Chase and Sim, whether it be Charlie Waller and Callum Tripp, young lads coming through. I think they'll be learning so much from seeing the likes of yourself train, the standards that you set, and an opportunity for you to take that knowledge and pass it on in a meaningful way.
Yeah, and like I love doing that because I remember being that age once, and it flies by. And I had players who maybe not nice is probably not the right word, but not really like helping you and motivating, and it's like it's not nice when you're a young lad. And I think to help young lads, help them grow, help them get through the games, small details that you might not think is very important at youth team can be very important, like a 5-yard pass. Like, it's important when we do passing drills, there's meaning behind it. So yeah, like I like playing that role, and if I can help the young boys get better in any way, or in any way that I can help, if they need someone to speak to, a bit of advice, like that's what I'm here to do.
I'm sure they greatly appreciate it, and whether it be that or whether it be these speeches that we've been having this week, come March, April, at the business end of the season, all of that added together, I think will really help us hopefully to achieve what we want to achieve. Yeah,
no, for sure, and that's the plan. That's the reason why I came here. I know what the gaffer's like. I know the culture he likes to build. I know he likes to win. He has a winning mentality. He's big on family. And that's what we're trying to build here, a family, be it fans, players, staff, everybody involved with Milton Keynes. So that's what we're trying to do here. And underneath the gaffer and Richie and everyone that we've got here, I think we have a great chance to build something.
Me too. Nat, thank you so much.
Cheers, thank you very much.